So today we have Karen, the founder of the Student Ladder, with us. They are an information destination website for students, and today we're going to discuss the competency interview, which is used for the majority of student and graduate jobs. Hi Karen.
Hi Mark.
Let's start with what is a competency interview?
It's actually a very specific interview because each question is designed to test a particular competency that the employer values for the job that you're applying to, or the actual company as a whole.
Okay, and can you give us some examples?
Yes, so what they want you to do is they want you to give evidence, i.e. demonstrate that you have the particular competence they're asking for. So they will ask questions like, can you give me a situation when you were involved in a team? Or can you give me a situation when you worked under pressure and how did you cope? Or could you give me an example of where you were asked to lead a team and ran into some resistance, that sort of thing.
What sort of examples can you use?
Actually, they can be from anywhere. So anything that you feel is applicable to the competence that you've just been asked. So it could be from your school, it could be from university, it could be extracurricular, it could be a hobby you're interested in, a sport, drama, a charitable thing you've done, just an experience you've had on holiday, or really anything, as long as it demonstrates that competency.
And what sort of competencies might you be asked about?
It's really broad, and it depends on the role you're applying to and the company, but they could vary from things like communication skills and interpersonal skills. It might be they're interested in your commercial awareness or your numerical ability. It might be they want teamwork, or they want creativity. Drive is popular, and determination, initiative, those sorts of things.
And how should someone go about answering these? Is there some sort of structure?
There is actually. There's something called the STAR system which might help people. So STAR stands for situation, task, action and result. So literally explain the situation you were in and the task that you had to do, and then what action you took, and then what the end result was. And the important thing here is that you explain what you did and not what other people did, because it's all about your contribution. But be positive.
You mentioned situations. Do they always have to be positive?
No, it's a good question. They don't actually. They can actually be things that didn't work out well. Everybody, unfortunately realises that we probably learn more by things we did wrong or the mistakes we made. So it's quite brave of you, I would say, to answer something with a negative, but actually you probably get quite a lot of brownie points for it.
Karen, do you have any other advice?
Yes. So when answering the questions, I would keep it reasonably succinct. So maybe 3 or 4 bullets for an answer. And try and use positive language, things like I achieved or I initiated, things like that. A couple of other things. Make sure that you listen to the news. You sometimes get asked for a news story or to comment on a news story that you found interesting. And obviously always read their website and really understand what the company does, any news that's been on it, the role, etc.
And do you think there'll be any other questions?
Yes, most of them will be competency based, but there's a few that you should definitely practice. Sometimes they open, which is meant to be a question which just relaxes you, which just says, oh, just tell me about yourself, which sounds a really easy question, but it's not really, because you have to structure the answer, and you really only want to keep this to 2 or 3 minutes, so practice the answer to that. Also practice some of the obvious questions which you probably will get, which is, why do you want the job? Why do you want to work for this company? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Always nasty, actually.
Okay, and is there other types of interviews?
There are. I think generally most people will get a competency interview. There is an interview called a stress interview, which is really horrible. And I have been known some of the banks to use that actually. And the whole point of the interview is to put you under pressure. So it's to make you feel uncomfortable. And the interviewer might do various things like be quite negative or even angry or rush you. And what I would suggest here is you try and recognise the interview for what it is and just keep calm, keep with it and know that you're actually doing all right.
Brilliant. I think we've just about covered everything. Finally, do you have any advice about behaviour?
Smile if you can. Try and relax. Maintain eye contact. Very important. Don't be looking down at your feet. Don't be fiddling. Girls fiddle with their hair a lot and their earrings. Try and keep just your arms and leg movements to a minimum. Sometimes a bit weird. It's quite good to just slightly copy your interviewer's postures. If they're leaning forward, you do the same, just so it sort of shows you're on the same wavelength. A bit weird, but don't overdo that one. And also don't do that staring thing. I've had people that I've interviewed that they've made eye contact so much they literally are staring at me and it's extremely uncomfortable, so don't do that. And that's about it really. Just keep it natural. If you want some more information, I would say check out the Student Ladder website because we've only really covered so much here today. There's an e-booklet on this subject, so have a look and it gives many more questions that you'd find useful. There's also lots of other videos in this series, so perhaps subscribe to our YouTube channel for more of those or follow us on Twitter and Facebook. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Good luck.